Hello, fellow human light beings. This is Mahadeva, the Thunder Wizard. Welcome back to the Thunder Wizard YouTube channel. And today we are going to do what we do every week, every Saturday, even though it's Sunday where I am. We are going to do a live guided interdimensional meditation to manifest the Solar Flash Ascension event. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. So this has been something I've enjoyed personally. I believe that it is something that has been helpful to the planet as well. I don't know if this will happen again today, but at least the past two times, I believe, I know for a fact, two of the most recent times that we've done this, literally the same day that we do these meditations, there's a massive solar, flare or CME or something like that that ends up coming to Earth. So we are trying to influence and get the sun to release higher dimensional energy so that the solar flash event can in fact occur. So hopefully we will have a similar event. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little bit tired and loopy. I was surfing all morning, so it's a good kind of tired. And it's good we're just going into a meditation. So if you're new to the channel, what would be helpful for you is to find a place where you can be quiet and relaxed. You're free to meditate in whatever way you find is helpful. If you want to lie down, put on eye mask and earphones, block out the sun, whatever, go ahead and do that. If you want to sit yogic style, or if you want to sit as I would sit, sort of Taoist on a chair with the back straight, feel free to do whatever it is that you want to do. And be aware that what's most important during these meditations is your intent. I hope that you have an experience. It is very likely that things in your life will change dramatically. But whether or not you have an experience or not is not what's important. What's important is your intent. So, as always, we are going to seek the help of higher dimensional beings. This is an interdimensional meditation. And even though that sounds like a big deal, it's actually something that is very easy to do. But make no mistake, this is no ordinary type of meditation. And the energies that we will connect with and the influence that this meditation has on our three-dimensional reality, I believe is very powerful. So we will start the meditation very soon. Be sure to stay tuned for the entire video. I'll have some things I'll want to say at the end. But for now, you don't have to worry about any of that. But I do want to just give a little bit of understanding of what we do when we do these kinds of meditations, the interdimensional meditations. You can choose to accept what I'm about to tell you or not. It's completely up to you. This is what I've come to find out, not from reading any books or listening to anybody. This is what I have found out as a direct result of personal experience with these kinds of meditations. So our reality is an illusion. Our third dimensional earth reality is an illusion. Reality is actually opposite. We are in the bizarro world here. So all of the things that separate us from spirituality, those things do not exist outside of this third dimensional, what I like to call mirrored fishbowl. When we're in Earth, when we're on planet Earth in this third dimension, if you look out your window, you think you're seeing actual reality, but you're not. What you are seeing is a manifestation of a specific frequency. In this exact location where you are sitting, there are multiple earths that are right there with you, but you can't see them. You can't see them because of the frequency that we vibrate at in this current third dimension. And this current third dimension was created as a laboratory for souls. We created it, just to be clear. It wasn't created by anybody else. It wasn't created by extraterrestrials. It wasn't created by God. It was created by us. Before we incarnated as human beings, we were extremely powerful beings of light. We were infinite, omnipotent, omniscient. You have no idea how powerful you are. But we decided we wanted to have an experience where we would be put into a challenging, limited environment where we would really have to dig deep to find our spirit. And then once we found our spirit, to be able to go beyond our third dimensional limitations. And the end result of that is that after we came out of this third dimensional laboratory, the mirrored fishbowl, we would then have even greater capacity to do the things that gods do. They create worlds, they create universes, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what the third dimension is about. The third dimension has reached the end of its usefulness for light being consciousness. Everything that can be accomplished, that can be experienced in the third dimension, has now been experienced by at least, somebody throughout all of this has experienced everything. There's nothing more to learn, nothing more to experience. So this experiment is being shut down. And it is being shut down through what people have called the event, the Ascension event, what people have called the solar flash event. Without going too deep into it, again, I've asked higher dimensional beings who I've been working with for the past 2.5 years, watch my video, How I Became an Extraterrestrial, and you can find out what I did to start accessing that. And without getting into all the details, what I've come to find out, my latest understanding, which I'm open to change, but my latest understanding is that we are going through an event where frequencies of this particular three-dimensional Earth are going to begin to split. You're going to see a split, and you're seeing it now in consciousness. There's at least 2 or 3 different consciousness. You've got the people who have completely drunk the Kool-Aid and are following the mainstream narrative. There are people who aren't necessarily spiritual. In fact, many of them might be atheists or agnostics, and they are awakening to the lies, and they are awakening to the narrative. And then there's a third version of people who are beginning to awaken on a spiritual note, and they're starting to understand this concept, and they're beginning to do things and having experiences in higher dimensions. And so these are the 3 basic experiences that we're having. And you can see here in this, it was explained to me that it's like a prism. And so the third dimensional light is now going through this Ascension event, which is the solar flash event. And you can see inside the prism that the white light is beginning to differentiate into different frequencies. So that's where we are now. So by what we're going to do in this meditation is we are going to, among other things, we are going to travel to the sun in our astral body. Again, don't worry if you have an experience or not. It's just the intent. I guarantee you beings out there are well aware of what we're doing, and they are with us. And trust me, you are accomplishing things whether you realize it or not. Just your intention is what's most important. We are going to travel to the sun, and we are going to communicate to her. She is a feminine deity. I know you've been told that the sun is masculine, but that's a distortion of ancient understanding. In fact, the word sun comes from the old polytheist pre-Christian Germanic word sunna, which is the goddess, the mother goddess, the sun. The Vedics call her Aditya, the first cause. It is the rays of the sun that are masculine, but the essence of the sun herself is feminine, and she is a deity. She is the mother. And so we are going to go to her and we are going to ask her to allow us to go into the center of her being, and we'll do some things that we've done before, but we are going to send higher dimensional energy directly to Earth. And what I'd like for you to focus on today, I'll guide you through it, but I want to give you an awareness. We're about to go into a solar eclipse, and eclipses are always about revealing the truth. And it does cause, people do flip out, a lot of intense emotions. You might be having some physical or emotional symptoms. I know I have. But that just means that the hidden things inside of you are coming to the surface and your psyche is adjusting to it. So I want for us to focus on the awakening on planet Earth. And there's a couple of things that I'd like for us to intend when we get there. And that is that there are things going on this planet having to do with children that I'm not going to talk about. I wouldn't be able to talk about it even if I wanted to. But just know that it has to do with human trafficking and the trafficking of children, and there are unbelievably evil things that are happening on a global scale that people don't realize. And if the world realized who was doing this and how prevalent it would completely change the world. And the second thing that I want us to focus on for revelation to the masses is the current lie having to do with the nature of extraterrestrials and the fact that human beings for about 100 years have had zero point energy technology, which means we don't need petroleum, we don't need electricity, we don't need gas of any kind, and that we already have anti-grav, faster than light, faster than sound technology, which is currently being weaponized and has been weaponized. And that the true nature of extraterrestrials is not what has been revealed. And what I'm hoping is that the revelation of the fact that alien abductions are real, but they are done by humans using technology, drugs, hypnosis, and other things to lie to people, to deceive them and make them believe that aliens are coming. And if you watch right now, there's a bunch of things happening on the news, the Pentagon, other people, Congress, but really what you're seeing is there's a whole slate of science fiction movies coming out having to do with evil aliens coming to attack and conquer Earth. And so this is being used primarily, and the goal of the powers that be is that if they can get you frightened enough about aliens, they will use the technology they already have to fake an alien invasion, which will give them the ability to create a one world government and bring everybody into smart cities and lock people down and force them to take, different procedures and all of that. So what I want is for that to be brought to the surface and for human beings to see that. So you don't have to remember these things. They're planted in your mind. And again, you don't have to believe me. You can go and do your own research and find out whether or not what I'm saying is true. We are going to be using a mantra called the Huar mantra, which is a frequency that was given to me about 2.5 years ago from a higher dimensional being. And it is the frequency of the solar flash shift. And Huar, you can hear it in the background there. It literally means earth transforming by sunlight. Earth going to 5D. It's the transformation of Earth going to the 5th dimension. So we will be doing that, and at the end of the video, after the meditation, I'll explain a little more about those things. If you want to hang out for that, you can. If not, that's fine. All right, so enough talking. Let's go ahead and get started with it. So get yourself in your comfortable location and get your headphones on if you need them. Get ready for your meditation. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to get the body ready. So now that you're in your relaxed place, wherever that is, I just want you to first off take a deep breath in and hold it. Hold the breath and exhale. Release everything, let the body relax. Inhale once again. Hold it. Become aware of any tension in your body, any issues that you have. We're going to release them and exhale. Let go of all of your issues, all your problems. They'll be waiting for you when you come back. Don't worry. For now, we're just going to leave them alone. Inhale once again. Focus on your spirit, your soul essence. Focus on your heart and exhale. Release everything again. Now just continue to breathe long and deep. Deep breaths in. Exhaling comfortably but completely. Allow gravity to do its work, pulling you into the floor, pulling you into the chair, pulling you into the bed, the pillows. Allow your body to feel itself going completely limp and being pulled down into Mother Earth's embrace. She loves you. She is your mother. There is nothing in your being that did not come from her. And from the sun as well. All of the cells in your body are made up of pieces of the sun. So both of our mothers, our Earth Mother and our Solar Mother, we can connect with both of them right now. Continue to breathe long and deep. Once again, take a deep breath in and hold it. Feel all this energy moving throughout all of the cells of your body tingling, your nervous system, your blood, and exhale. Once again, just continue to breathe long and deep. Listen to the sound of the huar behind you. Now we're going to go ahead and chant this sound. And the idea is on the exhale, on the hu sound, you're going to connect to the earth, and on the ar sound, you're going to feel the energy moving up the spine and out the crown. You can get into the whole breath posture if it's comfortable for you and convenient. Let's go ahead and begin. Inhale. Chant with me. Okay, now do it silently. Okay, bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Allow the mantra in the background to continue. And just know that I am here in the third dimension physically, and there are people doing gardening on their Sunday afternoon. So if you hear that, do not let it distract you. We will still be able to accomplish our goals. What I'd like for you to do now is to focus on your heart center. This is where your soul resides, and your soul is your true essence, your true self. Your soul is separate from your human reactive emotions. Emotions like anger, fear, greed, resentment, attachment, confusion, insecurity, shame. These are feelings that happen within your third dimensional psyche, but your soul does not have any of these feelings. So I'd like for you to focus on that part of you that is completely neutral. And this energy resides right in the heart center. And as you allow your energy to go deep into your heart, you can imagine that the energy starts to swirl. Starts to swirl in a circular motion, doesn't matter which direction. And this swirling is creating an energy whirlpool that is connecting you more deeply to your soul. It's creating a portal. And what you're going to do now is you're going to allow your soul energy, your astral body, to come out of your heart center. And it floats out of your heart center, and you look down on your body, or you turn around and look at your body if you're sitting up. And you gaze at this beautiful, wonderful instrument that allows your soul to interface with this third dimensional reality we've created. But now you're going to connect yourself to your higher dimensional essence, and when you do, you feel your energy begin to rise. It rises up towards the ceiling. You're still looking down on your physical body. And then you feel your energy being pulled through the roof. And you're now up above the roof of your home, and you're looking down on the building in which your three-dimensional body is housed, currently meditating. You can still feel your third-dimensional body down there, but it's becoming very relaxed, going into a deep state of meditation. You now focus on the energy that's pulling you further up, and you find yourself being pulled further and further up into the atmosphere. You can see your neighborhood where you live. You go higher and higher up. You can see the city that you live in. You continue to get pulled further up, and you can see the state that you live in. You can see the continent. And then you begin to go higher and higher to the point where you can see that the earth is a globe. And now we find ourselves up against Earth's atmosphere, and we are pulled through that like we've gone through a plastic barrier or something, and now we are free. We're now out into space, and we can see the planets, we can see the sun off in the distance. Say hello to her, she will say hello to you. We can see the moon, and we appreciate the healing rays that the moon gives as it reflects the sun down onto Mother Earth. For a moment, we look at our Mother Earth, and we can feel the weight that she carries. She is a being that has complete maternal, unconditional love for every conscious being on her, that live within her energy field. And she is incapable of doing anything except continuing to love and nurture, even those that are harming her, even those that are seeking to do harm to her other children. This is very difficult and very painful for her. So send her your love. Tell her how much you love her and appreciate her for everything that she does. And let her know that we are now going to do something to help her to evolve to the next level and help relieve her of the burden she's experiencing. We remind her that she is on the verge of transforming into a new being, where she will be free of all pain and she will be able to experience unconditional love with her children and with all of her creation. Now what I'd like for you to do is to mentally become aware that you are surrounded by other conscious beings. Maybe you can see them, maybe you can feel them. But whether you have an experience or not, just become aware that you are surrounded by higher dimensional beings of light who have nothing but love for you and for all consciousness. You can see that the earth is surrounded by millions, perhaps billions of these beings of light who are working continuously to send consciousness to all beings, trying to help them become ready for the shift that is coming. And now, if you would, please send out a mental invitation to your personal light being teachers. If you know who they are, you can call them by name. If not, you can just simply send out the invitation that your personal guides come to you. Do this now in your own words. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And now what we're going to do is we are going to turn our attention towards the sun. We can see the sun off in the distance. We can feel the warmth of her rays, and we become aware that this ball of gas is actually an incredibly beautiful being of light who is continuously expressing her unconditional, extreme joy, bliss, and love for all consciousness. We become aware that her purpose in being is that she has manifested in this form for one purpose, which is to bring consciousness, joy, and bliss to all conscious beings everywhere in the multiverse. Just spend a moment focusing on that. You can ask your light being friends to help expand the experience for you. And spend a moment just telling the sun how much you love her. She really, really enjoys hearing how much she is loved. This really empowers her. She spends all of her existence sending out love, so when she receives it, it's a very special treat for her. And now, what you're going to do is you're going to ask the beings of light who are with you to go with you to the sun to help Mother Earth evolve. Do that now. Ask them to help you in this meditation. Bring your attention back to my voice. Now that we're all together and we all know what we're doing, both human and light being and planetary bodies, we now begin to fly towards the sun, and we can feel the sun's excitement. She's so happy to see you. She's so privileged that you've come to visit her. She's normally coming down to visit you, but you've now come to visit her. We come upon the sun and we stop. And we float out in space, out in front of her. And do this, just spend a couple of moments talking to Mother Sun and telling her how much you love and appreciate her. Bring your attention back to my voice. We're now going to ask Mother Sun if she will allow us to go to the center of her being to do this very important work. So do that now. Ask her permission to go into the center of her being to create the solar flash event. And of course, she gives us her permission. We find ourselves moving toward her energy. We go through the outer layers of her being and we go towards the center. And as all of us there, all of us human souls and all of the light beings that are there, we congregate in the center of the sun, and we find that it is a very active place. There's this whirlpool of energy, and at the center there is this energy source, and we realize that the energy of the sun is coming from a higher dimension. And we realize that the center of the sun is actually a portal that can take you anywhere in the multiverse. So I've got a surprise for you. We're going to use this portal, and we are going to travel to the center of our galaxy. So we ask Mother Sun if she will please guide us in our journey. Go ahead and ask her to do this for you. And of course, she says yes, she would love to help us. So now we sort of give a nod to our light being friends, and we allow ourselves to go into this wormhole in the center of her being, and we find ourselves being pulled into a very fast moving portal. We're moving in different directions, we're loop-de-looping around. It's a very powerful experience. You might even feel something in your stomach, almost like you're going on a roller coaster. And then we find ourselves being released. And we float out and we turn around and we look back and we see that we have just come out of a black hole at the center of our galaxy. And we realize that black holes are also portals to other dimensions. Now, this center of our galaxy is also a very powerful being. So what I'd like for you to do is to take a moment and to bow to this being and to give respect to him and ask him for his help in our work that we're doing today. Do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. So what is going to happen is that the center of our galaxy is going to send energy that is on a level that's even of a higher vibration than that of the sun. And since there is a wormhole connection between the center of our galaxy and the center of our sun, we are actually going to take this energy to her. So let us now, as we face this being that looks like a black hole to our human eyes, we are going to ask this being to empower us with these higher dimensional particles. Do this now in your own words. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Whether you feel it or not, this energy has been transferred to you, and it will piggyback on our travels as we go back through this wormhole to the sun. So we thank the being for helping us in our journey to consciousness. And we now allow ourselves to go back into this black hole, center of the galaxy, which we realize now is a conscious being. And we begin to twirl and whirl, and we go very fast through this wormhole. Many twists and turns, very intense. And we find ourselves emerging back into the center of the sun. And as we emerge, there is an explosion of higher dimensional energy that brings tremendous bliss to Mother Sun. She vibrates with the power of this energy. It is very blissful and orgasmic to her, and we have helped her to achieve a higher dimensional state. While this is happening, we turn our gaze to Earth. Even though we're in the center of the sun, we can see the Earth. And through our intention, a combination of our heart center and our third eye, we send this energy directly to Mother Earth. And to facilitate this, we are now going to chant the Huar breath. You can do it aloud or silently. It's completely up to you. Chant with me. Inhale. Focus on Earth. Go ahead and bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And continue to focus, allowing this energy going to Mother Earth. What we're now going to do is we are going to tighten the focus onto the dark force humans who are actively engaged in enslavement and corruption and damaging, hurtful actions to human beings and to Mother Earth. We are now going to focus the Hua breath mantra on them with love, with the intention of breaking down their pain. People do evil things because they are in tremendous pain. We are going to bring this energy to them so that they will be more aware of their own experience and stop focusing on their attempts to control and enslave. Go ahead and chant. Go ahead and bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we are going to focus our energy towards all of the human beings on Earth, specifically those who are seeking to evolve, those who are ready to be awakened. We are going to send this higher dimensional energy to their hearts, their minds, their physical bodies, sending unconditional higher dimensional love with a loving suggestion that they wake up to their true soul essence. Go ahead and chant this for them. Go ahead and bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are now going to take our leave from our Mother Earth. Before we do that, we are going to thank her once again for the privilege of allowing us to work with her. Of course, we have empowered and benefited her, probably in ways we can't even begin to imagine. But I do know that she feels tremendous joy and love and gratitude for the work that you have done here today. And she will bless you for this. Watch for this in your life. Mother Sun will continue to bring you blessings, as will Mother Earth. Because never, if you give to these beings, they will never forget it, and they will never not respond. They will always respond when you act lovingly towards them, unconditionally, and giving to them. So take a moment and say thank you to Mother Earth, ask for her blessing, and ask for her permission to leave. Do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We allow ourselves to back out of the sun's energy. We come out of her outer layers. We find that we are glowing brightly. We are like just these neon lights in the middle of the universe. All of our light being friends have been empowered as well because of the work you have done. They could not do this without you. You can feel their gratitude for allowing them to be a part of this. We're now going to allow ourselves to float away from the sun. We're going to go out deep into the darkness of outer space. We are going to leave our galaxy behind. We will come back to them shortly, but for now we and our light being friends are going to float out into space, in a neutral part of space. And here we are going to focus on ourselves. And now our light being friends are going to help us. And what I'd like for you to do is to ask your guides in your own words in just a moment to have them take you to the quantum field, which is the center of the multiverse, which is a place of complete light and total possibility. And from there we are going to create our perfect lives and our perfect world. But first we are going to ask our light being friends to help us in this endeavor. So do this now in your own words. Now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You become aware that in the inky black distance there is a point of light which is becoming brighter and brighter and larger and larger. And we become aware that we are being pulled into that light faster than we can possibly imagine. And we can feel the intensity perhaps in our stomach, again like being on a very fast moving vehicle. And before we know it, this light has now completely engulfed us. This light is orgasmically blissful. You feel yourself exploding from the inside out. Your soul is finally connected to its true home, the true essence of being, which is light. And here we just spend a moment and allow the light to completely, totally surround us and explode within us. We lose all sense of ourselves, all sense of our identity, all sense of our physicality. We become one with this explosively beautiful, brilliant, blissful light. You become aware, as your spiritual eyes become adjusted, that the light is made up of all of our souls, brightly shining. Within this unity, there is still individual essence. We are all one with each other, and we still have our own identity. It is here in this place that all things are created. What we are going to do now is we are going to ask the light beings that are with us, and we are going to ask the light itself to create an orb that will appear in front of us. And in that orb, you will create your perfect reality, or you will find a perfect reality that is your home. First, ask the light beings and the light itself to create this orb in front of you. Do this now in your own words. And now, bring yourself back to the sound of my voice. Now you are going to allow yourself to go into this orb and focus on what you truly want. What is your perfect fantasy of your earth? What does it look like? What kind of plants are there? What kind of animals are there? What's the topography like? Is there oceans? Are there rivers, forests, mountains, deserts? Where do you see yourself spending your perfect 5D fantasy reality? Absolutely everything is possible. There is no such thing as impossibility in your 5D world. Imagine that which gives you the greatest joy and the greatest bliss. Create your world, or allow yourself to be pulled into the 5D world that has been created for you. Focus on the intense joy. You become aware that in this place there is no negativity. Negativity would simply be destroyed if it tried to enter. It would burn up into ash. You find that all of the beings in this place love you with the deepest, most intense love you've ever felt. You're able to see the essence of all beings immediately. You see that all beings are you, and that you are all other beings. And what is the most unforgettable aspect is the intense love. The love is so pure and so powerful, it is almost too much to bear. And it burns away your shame, it burns away your fear, it burns away your loneliness, it burns away your resentments, your feelings of inadequacy, and you become aware that you are God. And God is pure love. Allow yourself, surrender yourself to this experience, to this essence, and know that from this point on you will never be the same. Take a moment to experience this. See if there's any messages that come to you. Go ahead and do this now. Go ahead and bring yourself back to the sound of my voice. You can always come back to this place now that you know how to get here. And it is always available to you. In fact, it is you. The deeper you go into yourself, you find yourself here in this space of infinite light and love and creativity. And now what I'd like for you to do is to allow yourself to slowly pull back from this immersive light and know that you are going to bring this light back with you into your three-dimensional reality. And everybody will notice it. Whether they admit to it or not, trust me, they will notice it. And now we've pulled further and further away from the light. We're back into the beautiful, peaceful, black darkness of outer space. And I'd like for you to ask the light beings that have joined you in this journey, ask them if they have any words of encouragement, any words of advice, or if there is any emotion that they would like to share with you. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. And bring yourself back to the sound of my voice. We're now going to start wrapping this journey up. I know it's been a very powerful one. We're almost back to our 3D reality. So we and our light beings begin the journey back towards Earth. And we're able to fly back to our galaxy. And we are able to pinpoint where our solar system is. We come back into our solar system, we make our way comfortably back to planet Earth, and we stop outside of planet Earth. And here we are going to say goodbye to any light beings who are not going to join us, come back to us to Earth. Our guides may decide to come with us, and we invite any and all light beings, if they choose to come and visit us in our physical 3D homes, in our mind and our reality, whenever they wish. They are our friends, they are our family, and we give them permission to come visit us whenever they choose. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. Bring yourself back to the sound of my voice. We now are going to begin our journey back to our physical bodies. So we begin to descend back into Earth's atmosphere. We feel ourselves as we go through the membrane of Earth's atmosphere. We're now back in 3D space-time, but something is different, something has changed. Perhaps the timeline itself has completely changed. We will find out more as time goes on. We allow ourselves to go further and further down into Earth's atmosphere. We can see the continent we live on. We see our state. We go further and further down. We see the city that we live in. We see our neighborhood, and there's our home. We begin to go further down. We go through the roof of our home. We stop and we hover over our physical body. And as you look down on your physical body, which you can see is vibrating with very intense, powerful energy, you are going to send more love and energy to your body. You're going to imagine your body being perfect in every way. Perfectly healthy, timeless, full of health and strength. Imagine your body exactly the way you'd like to see it. And now, thank your body for everything that it does. Thank all of the organs. Thank all of the blood vessels, the nerves, the bones, all of the glands of the brain, the eyes. Thank everything in your body, the skin. Thank the life force energies that are there taking care of you. Your five organs are the five elements, and they have consciousness and they love you. Thank all of the beings within your physical body that allow you to be a human. Realize that as you go back to your human self, that all negative experience is nothing more than a bad memory that you are reliving. From this moment forward, you can create your identity, your experience, your past, and your future. You can decide to be happy, successful, to be brave and pure. Nothing can stop you. You are a being of pure light. Now send this energy to your body. Tell your mind to obey you, to focus only on those thoughts which are focused on your empowerment, your evolution. You have the power to choose what you think, and you have the power to choose what you will do. No emotion, no impulse, no human has the power to force you to feel or do anything. And from this moment on, you are determined. You will only focus on those things which bring you joy, happiness, peace, health, and prosperity. So it is commanded, so it shall be done. Allow yourself now to float back down gently into your body. As you enter your body, you can feel the energy rise to a level you've never felt before. Your soul has expanded, and you are a completely different being. All of the cells in your body are changing. Your DNA is altering itself to meet the projection you have put into it. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Let this energy circulate. And exhale. Take another deep breath in and hold it. Come back into your physical body. You're now a new being. You're now a being of light, walking around in a physical shell, and exhale. One more breath in. Inhale. You are now an avatar. You are a God incarnated on earth. Nothing can stop you. Exhale. Take your hands, rub them together, get the palms even warmer than they are. Place them on your eyeballs. Inhale through the eyeballs, the warmth of your hands. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rub your eyes, rub your face, your forehead, your cheeks, your ears, your scalp, back of your neck, shoulders, arms. Pat yourself back, bring yourself back into your body, your chest, your back, your legs. Open your eyes, move your arms around, open your fists, your fingers, open and close everything. Come back into three-dimensional reality and feel the joy that is bursting out from within you. You're no longer a human. You're now a higher dimensional being having a human experience. When you choose to, you will decide to leave to go to a higher dimension when you're ready. Now be aware that everything in your life is going to change. People are going to change, relationships are going to change, your job might change, you might start a business, you might end a business, you might start a relationship, you might end a relationship, but now you are a light being. And they can access you and you can access them. You can invite them to come and talk to you and help you whenever you choose. This is your birthright. So we've come to the end of our meditation. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and say goodbye. If you want to stay for just a few more minutes, I'll give you some insights onto what is happening with the channel and where we're going. So it is my plan to continue to do these guided meditations every Saturday for you, every Sunday afternoon for me. I would like for you to, when you have time and it's convenient, to intend that this channel go viral. It is my belief that the shift is happening and things are going to speed up and human beings are going to become more and more ready to hear the truth of themselves and of their universe. And I would like for this channel to be a part of that for anybody who might benefit from it. So put in your meditations that our channel goes viral. You can go on to Facebook and you can follow this page there, which is Path of the Thunder Wizard. Like it, follow it, and I will be posting things there which you can then forward to other people. You can post on your channel, continue to share these videos with people that you know. If you would like to learn exercises, if you're new to the channel, or even if you're not, you'd like to learn the exercises that will allow you to increase your body's ability to hold and store and absorb more and more of this energy, you can go here to thunderwizard.com and subscribe to the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. You can also go to the shop. You can see here, this is the shop, and you can see that there are energy practices. If you're not a subscriber, but you still want some of these higher dimensional practices, you can go on here and purchase these individually. There's an advanced Huar breath mantra technique, which you can use for very deep, powerful fifth dimensional meditations. I teach you a moving Qigong form as well as a very powerful pineal gland activation technique that you can do in meditation, which I've been doing with great success. And you can also go and purchase the wood element, which is the introductory element to the Maoshan shamanic martial forms. And you can go and hear about that. I've got videos on that on the channel here. You can go look for that. I won't take up any more of your time because I know probably this has been an intense experience. Spend the rest of the evening or the rest of the day, depending on when and where you're watching this, stay relaxed. We're coming up on this eclipse, so bring this consciousness to the eclipse that things will be revealed in you that you are prepared to let go of. And focus on the power of this eclipse to reveal to the world the truth of what is happening to this earth and the truth of our essence and the truth of the extraterrestrial light being phenomenon that we are experiencing. And take good care of yourself. If you have the ability, go take a swim in the ocean, go walk on the beach, go walk in the forest, or if you can, take a salt bath. That's a really, really good thing to do after this kind of intense meditation. Allow your body to shift. Maybe you'll need to relax a little bit if it needs to detox. You might emotionally, psychologically detox. Don't take anything seriously, at least for the first 48 hours. Just know that everything is shifting around. If you get intuitions, if you get messages, write them down. Trust me, you'll forget them. You'll go back and look at them a week later and you go, my God, that's who came up with that? You are now a conduit for higher dimensional knowledge. And you can choose to participate in being an ambassador for this new energy that's coming to the earth. With that, my friends, I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to thank you for spending this time. I can tell you on behalf of all light beings, on behalf of Mother Earth and the Sun and the center of our galaxy, that you are very precious and beautiful, and that these beings have, the amount of gratitude that they are feeling for you now, if you were to feel it, would overwhelm you. But trust me, they love you and appreciate what you're doing, and I can guarantee you that your life will be more blessed as a result of this. Thank you, my friends. I love you all. Please be very good to yourselves. Know that you are the most important being in the entire universe, and so is everybody else. And as always, if the solar flash event doesn't come, and or I don't get beamed up to the Starship Enterprise, and or I don't shift myself out of this third dimension, if none of those things happen, I will see you all very soon. Please take very good care of yourselves and know that I love you and appreciate you. I'll see you all very soon.